Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have mail. So, I just got back from Walt's Hobby Shop up in Crest Hill slash Joliet up here in Illinois, and I got some gifts. So we're gonna go ahead and open this one first, since it really don't matter that much. One of the first things that I have decided to get is this right here. It is an HO scale North American crossing. Just this part, because on the layout, me and my companion here, we have talked about it, and because of the rural area, we just wanted this railroad crossing X instead of a gate, because to basically explain it, when you get into a layout, some people want to set a story behind it, or more or less add in a lot of detail. Like if someone has it based in this city, they're going to have all these gates, all these fancy signals, police, cars, construction equipment, stuff like that. This one is like in the middle of nowhere on a small branch of the main line, which is why it makes a lot more sense to have this for the railroad crossing with no gate, no flashing lights, because it's basically like it's in a country road. On a country road, on some country roads, you just see this. It's typically a yield sign. This is the only one that I could find. It was made in Canada, our friends up north. So that's nice. Don't really know how I'm going to assemble it yet, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Obviously there's instructions, but it's going to be a nice addition to the layout. It's something that we have been wanting for a very, very long time. So this is definitely going to be a great addition. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to move this bag really quick because it has the important thing in it. And also we have a lot more room. I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side, right up here. Moving on, we have some very unrelated things. I'm going to move the receipt, just put it right there. So the one thing, I have a brand new shirt. This is a very, very nice shirt. This is a Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit shirt. I can't even get it in a frame. It has every single Norfolk Southern Heritage unit on it, which is nice because Norfolk Southern has some nice heritage units like Southern, Conrail, Norfolk, and Western. The Interstate, which is right here, that one is it is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out real quick, just so I can show you guys, because you can't see every heritage unit. You got to take it out. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out real quick. Just going to go ahead and rip it open there. Moving the packaging aside, you got the shirt. And there it is. This is the Southern Heritage. I'm going to go ahead and try and crop it down as much as I can. Southern Heritage. Now, I don't know all of these, but you got Central and Western. You got Norfolk and Western, Interstate. You got Southern. It does not appear that Conrail is in here, which makes sense because Conrail is more or less Norfolk Southern's heritage more than Southern's. And then there's nothing on the back, but other than that, it is a really nice t-shirt. I'm doing a really bad job at displaying this. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm doing the best I can here. It's very pretty. Really like that Interstate one. So we're going to go ahead and set this off to the side with everything else. Obviously, you got the piece of cardboard that was keeping it straight. We're just going to, yeah. So anyway, then the second one we got, I'm not going to take out of the packaging because it's very special. We have the Rock Island locomotives. Now, this is just a bunch of F units, I'm assuming. I don't know a lot about the older diesels, but you got the the very nice red on black Rock Island 121. You got 649 and you got 652. I don't know the name of any of these liveries other than it's a nice t-shirt. It's got the big Rock Island logo on it. And the reason why I'm not taking this out of the package to show you guys is because it's actually not for me. It's for my grandpa, because he grew up in Peru, which is a town that's literally right connected to LaSalle, basically. And he grew up with when that depot down there, that crossing and what was that, there's an old Rock Island depot. When he was a little kid, Rock Island was still running through there with what they called the Rocket, which is a passenger service that would take you from that station to downtown Chicago in a few hours. So obviously when Iowa Interstate became a thing, he's still following with it, but he does like the Rock Island Heritage units because he does miss the old Rock Island, but he's okay with Iowa Interstate. He's not as okay with it that I am. Like, I love Iowa Interstate, but I'm pretty sure he just appreciates that Iowa Interstate made that heritage unit and kept their logo the same. Props to Iowa Interstate, by the way. They're just really great guys. So, unfortunately, there's obviously more to the t-shirt, but that is all I can really show you guys now, because I'm going to give it to him just like this. I don't want it to disturb it whatsoever, but maybe if I find a full picture, I'll put it at the end of the video so you guys can get a better idea of what you're looking at. But this is really nice. This looks literally exactly like the Heritage Unit 513 for Iowa Interstate. It makes me wonder if they would have ever went for any of these designs. It makes me wonder if they're ever going to make more Heritage units. Not really sure. Don't got any information on that. But other than that, I mean, this is just a very nice t-shirt. So we're going to go ahead and set this in the bag. So there's something in it. I'm going to give it to him here in a few days. So you're probably wondering, what? Is that it? Seriously? No. Do you guys know who you're talking about? I mean, come on now. Now, if you go to Walt's Hobby Shop, you know when you get this bag, it means something good. You can barely see that says Walther's Mainline. So, we got, well, let me make sure this is the right way, a brand new EMD BNSF SD70 Ace. I have been wanting an Ace for a very, very long time because they are just beautiful, beautiful engines in real life and on HO scale. I paid about $150 for this. It is not DCC or sound. Oh wait, it says it right there, DCC ready. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say that because there are some different stickers up there that ranges on the price because some are DCC and sound equipped. This one, I guess it's just DCC ready, not sound equipped, I'm assuming. Don't really know, so we're gonna go ahead and take this out of the package here. We're gonna go ahead and set the box right back there, and obviously as soon as you unbox any of your trains, you get this nice little letter from Walther's Mainline. And all this is, it is just showing you all the different components of the locomotive, every single bit that comes off. That is not important for right now, so we're going to go ahead and unbox the main thing, starting off by taking off this cover. Oh, it's really pressed in there. Won't come out. Give me a second, guys. Styrofoam is... Oh, you know what? I bet it's probably taped. Is it taped somewhere, I wonder? No, it's not. It just... Wait, yes it is. Okay, give me 1 second here, guys. Hashtag you guys did not see that. Not talking about the what I just had in my hand. I'm talking about you guys didn't see how I failed to open this. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this piece of tape right here. I'm gonna go ahead and set this here. Set this piece of tape off to the side. Moving on. Going to peel back the film, gently grab it, put it in my hands, move this box aside, and wow, look at that. I'm trying to hold this best I can here. Here we go. SD70 Ace. This thing is just nice. So we're going to go ahead, set this down, and take off those styrofoam bits real quick so you can see the BNSF logo. Move on to the other side. There we go. I mean, Jesus, look. I'm going to hold it right at the fuel tank. Look at this beaut. I mean, this thing is a machine. Holy. You got the little spring right there in the truck. Look at that. Little compression spring. Now, for those of you who don't know how to properly identify locomotives visually, which is one thing I really like being able to do, is the SD70 Ace is really distinguishable, mostly because of the front. Because if you look at the front, you will notice the cab's a little funny looking, and also it has these cuts. And the door typically never has a window. Why? I can't say that I know. I'm sure there are some that have the window there, but they typically don't for some reason. And moving on, the rear radiator is moved right here instead of back here, giving it that distinguished, nice, kind of like an SD60 or SD70 Mac, just smooth feeling on the back is what it's kind of reminding me of. Yeah, but I mean, Jesus, this is number 9384. Sorry guys, I really should have said that. It does not have, it's got the rear headlight, the number board is correct, does not have rear number board lights, just painted on, excuse me. But the front does have number board lights directly right next to the front headlight, which is right up here. Really, really great engine. I mean, every single one I've ever gotten from Walther's Mainline has been nothing but a Christmas present each time. It's just, it is really, really, really beautiful. They always are. It's always in great condition. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over here. I'm just realizing, where is that bell? I'm trying to do this. Well, that's interesting. So obviously, I'm not really knowledgeable on the SD78 if I can't even find the bell. It typically is on the conductor side. It's usually sitting right there, but for some reason, I cannot seem to find it. So obviously, there are still some things I have left to learn about an SD78. Obviously, when you're buying Walther's Mainline, you're not getting something that has the handrails right here, or the grab irons, some would say. But when you do get these engines, you can kind of see there are rivets. There are just little bumps that are there, so when you do put on the grab irons, you know exactly where you're putting them. Now, the good news is on the two recent engines I bought, the BNSF AC4400 and the BNSF-9, they do have grab irons already on there, which makes the ES44C4 and now the Ace look bad. Now, the grab irons, most people will think it's just, you know, a small detail. No, when you put on the grab irons, it makes a huge difference, and I cannot explain why. So, this is not a proper video if I don't put it on the layout, so we're going to go ahead and go out there to the layout and put this thing with nothing, and then we're going to throw on some rolling stock and even attach it to the ES44C4, because right now the -9 and the AC4400 is in shops for, it's getting lubed up right now. I gave it to a buddy of mine to lube it up because I don't have the proper knowledge to do that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on the layout and listen to this motor run. Alright guys, here we are at the layout. I'm going to go ahead and set this SD70 Ace. Just kind of perfect. Alright, go ahead and put the transformer on. It's old, I know, shut up. Oh, wrong way. I like it going forward. Oh, look at that. That is nice. No noise. No noise. That thing is just wow. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys down so you get a better angle. Obviously, you're not gonna see it here in a few seconds. It's just running around doing its thing. Man, that is nice. ENS. Ooh, what the hell? EMD. Oh shit. EMD SD78 right there. I don't know what just happened. Something happened over here and it derailed. Oh yeah, what the hell? I don't know why. We've been having very bad issues with underneath the trestle bridge. It keeps drilling for some reason. I need an expert's opinion. Of course, you turn on now. And no, I'm not pointing at that. I was pointing in this direction because that. We're gonna go ahead and switch in reverse though. Hopefully it shouldn't derail coming back. It'd be pretty bad. Look at that. You got the rear headlight nice and bright. That noise again. I don't like that noise. And of course, the only real test is running it at the lowest power physically possible. You can see, judging by the light, there is barely any power being distributed onto the layout. But the SD70 Ace is going very slowly, but that is the point. If you ever want to truly test one of your engines, put it on your track and run it at very low power. so you can see its true potential. Well, what better way to test out this thing's might and glory than to add some rolling stock? They're not out here right now, but I will be right back. I'm going to go grab the tote. I'm going to go grab the container that we put them in. Alright, first thing I want to do... Oh, sorry. First thing I want to do is add some more engines. So we're going to go ahead and set the SD60 over here. We're going to bring out the ES44C4. We're going to keep it orange here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to set this up elephant style. We're gonna pick you guys up, just be prepared for that. And there it is, the SD70 Ace with the ES44C4. These paint jobs are just holy. Excuse me. Alright, go ahead and let the ES44C4 lead. Look at how well this is. The reason why I'm putting these two together right now is because if you have, I don't know why the ditch lights are flashing, but when you have a very low power transformer, typically these engines are really power hungry, and ever since I got multiple engines, I really like to try and run, that's a dead spot, don't worry, I always try and run two if I have them, because it makes it look so much better. Maybe elephant style, maybe an NDPU, something like that, but it always goes slower because now the transformer has to distribute power between two engines, and I am really glad to see that the SD70 Ace and ES44C4 are not only visually a really great pair, but it does seem like it is running just as fast as it originally would be. So we're going to go ahead and set up another locomotive to see how that will do with 3. Again, I don't know why the ditch lights are flickering, but I'm assuming it's just something going on inside underneath the shell. So we're going to go ahead and take out the fan favorite SD60 Mac with the triple windows. A bigger mess. So here we go with the ultimate lash up. We got the Burlington Northern SD60 Mac, the triple window white face, the SD70 Ace from EMD, and the ES44C4. So we're going to go ahead and let these puppies run. Half power, look at that. That is what I want to see. Oh, Jesus, sorry guys. Very, very terribly sorry about that. This is just amazing. Now, obviously, I do kind of feel bad for putting the SD70 Ace in the middle when it's the new guy. You know, he's got to show that he's got worth, but no, he's being pulled and pushed, but that is fine. That's perfectly fine. That's exactly what I want. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to, the moment you guys have all been waiting for, we're going to go ahead and unfortunately take off the SD60 Mac. We're going to set that little guy up there off the rails. We're going to go ahead and send this train up to the crossing. And we're going to go over here to this box. This is a John Deere crate, and it is full of all of our rolling stock. I know it's not the best setup here. I'm very sorry. And yes, the floor is dirty. I'm sorry about that too. I'm sorry about a lot of things. Obviously, this isn't the best place for rolling stock, but it is all we have right now. So we're going to go ahead and put this at the crossing, set off the power, just in case. Alright, here is our lash up. Just to remind everyone, we have an SD70 Ace leading, ES44C4 trailing, a Cole, a Refrigerator Express, a boxcar, a Burlington Northern boxcar, and a 50-foot boxcar at the rear. I'm going to go ahead and set you guys up in the normal position. And I'm going to pray to the train, Jesus, that the train does not derail under that trestle bridge like it typically always does. Turning the power on. That's reverse. Turning the reverser the other way. There we go. Look at that. That is nice. Now, realistically, it wouldn't need 2 engines to pull all of this, just because it's a very light load, but I'm going to run both of them. Those ditch lights are really bright, which is nice, because on the ES44C4, for some reason the front ditch lights, ooh, shit. That did not sound good. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm going to actually just try and figure out what's going on right now, because that did not sound good. I do believe that's the sound of electricity. Give me 1 second here, guys. Alright, guys, found out the issue. There's a fly on the train. You guys see him? There he goes. Alright, anyway. Sorry about that, guys. But the good news is I fixed the issue. Man, this train is just what I wanted and so much more. I am very, very happy that I walked away with another engine. Man. I don't know why. It's just, don't get me wrong, like the Evolution series, the General Electric, stuff like that, the ACs, the ESs, the Dash 9s, whatever, Dash 8s, those are very pretty, but the SD70 Ace, it's just, okay, like a Dash 9 and an AC4400 visually look alike, but the SD70 Ace, nothing else looks like it. Like, you can tell an SD70 Ace when you're looking at it. It is just beautiful. And the horn on those things, I do believe it's a K5 LLA typically. It is on those, that's a nice horn. All in all, the SD70 Ace it is going to be a very, very great addition to this layout, and I can go on all day about how happy I am with it. It's the truth. It's the truth. The ES44C4 will always be my precious angel, but this thing is just, it is nice. It is really nice. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here because it's probably already over 10 minutes long, but it's an unboxing video. You know, what do you guys expect there? But real quick, I do want to show you guys what the issue was. So, on this layout, it's all like rigid rock. There was a piece of rock right where that white spot was sticking up, and it was catching on the plow. If you look very closely, I'm going to zoom in, I'm sorry. If you look in very closely, there is a piece of the plow that's chipped off and it's white. That's because that noise that you guys heard, that it sounded like it was hitting something, plastic hitting something, it was the plow hitting this rock that was sticking up. So I took sandpaper to it and I leveled that some biouch. So don't comment on how that's not realistic. I know that's arguably washed out. We're working on it. This is how it was given to us. But real quick, I will show you guys where, I know I said I'm going to end off this video, but I will show you guys where this is going from our friends up north. We're going to go over here. The fly, this is our new engineer. Meet our new engineer. He works for BNSF. His name is Mr. Buzz. You better not be rubbing your shit on this engine. Like, get out of here. Okay. Anyway. So, the main plan is, if you guys look at the terrain, you're probably wondering why it's so white up here. That was explained on the other channel, but I'm going to go ahead and say it here. It used to be a Christmas town. It used to be a Christmas layout. This is just basically like a pallet underneath. It does have running water, by the way, but that is not fixed. So that's the reason why there's all this white stuff. That's why there's the top is all like, there's some white spots here. It's supposed to look like snow, and all the outlines was where something would be. So this is a crossing that obviously leads to nowhere, and obviously it just kind of goes. So what we are thinking, what I personally would love to do, is make kind of a highway and make a road. He's on the damn chemical tank now. Make a road, level this out, make this in this level, or just like add a slant, and make a makeshift bridge. It would come up here, but anyways, they're gonna go right. I'm assuming there's two. If there's one, that's perfectly fine. We're just gonna go one here and one here, and the reason why we're doing that is because we have a plan to put a small facility in this area that's going to allow switch outs. It's drawn. There are some lines. A switch out's going to go right from there, and it's going to come in here to all these industries. That building is staying for a MAL storage, like that truck is going. We're going to put the BNSF logo on it one of these days, and we're going to make that building look a lot more prettier, and we're going to use it for. We're just going to say that's where BNSF stores their trucks, because obviously you have to have maintenance trucks on the branch to make sure everything's working. And the reason why we're not putting gates here is not because we don't know how to do it. We do. It's just we think because of the area that it's in, it makes a lot more sense. Okay, I thought of it as railroads are very cheap. The companies are very cheap. They will do anything to save money. So why would BNSF put functioning gates, lights, and bells right here when they can just stick a 2x4 in the ground, put railroad crossing on it, and call it a day? Because it's not that busy of an area with cars. Cars aren't going to be coming in and out of here every 5 minutes. So I think personally, because it's your layout, you do whatever you want. Me personally, I think it makes sense to have those. So real quick lesson there of what I want to do. He's back. He must be a conductor because he likes standing on the top of the cars. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end off this video here for real this time. Sorry, my throat is getting a little dry. But with all that being said, that is a B unit. With all that being said, you guys have a great rest of your day, night, evening, whenever you're deciding to watch this. If you're deciding to watch this at all, if you got this far, I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I will see you guys next time.